Am I the a-hole for removing my son from my will after our relationship ended? I really don't think I'm wrong, but I just need reassurance that I'm doing the right thing. My son expressed that he wanted things to go back to normal, but that a lot of damage had been done and he really didn't know if we could go back to normal. For Mother's Day, my daughter decided to take me out to dinner, and she begged David to go and bring the baby. Oldest was with Mom. David eventually did agree on the condition it wasn't on Mother's Day, and he, the baby, and B came. B was quiet most of dinner, but did talk to my daughter a few times. I guess they have a pretty good relationship. B held the baby the entire time. And wouldn't let me hold or take pictures. Part of the falling out was over pictures and FB, so I found this to be petty. Overall, I would have called dinner a success. At the end, I hugged my son and told him I was proud of him for putting his foot down and coming to dinner with his daughter, and that I hoped he could continue to do that. Looking back, I know I shouldn't have said anything. My son called me later that night and told me that he couldn't continue to have a relationship with me. He said that B was their child's mother, and he wouldn't ever bring the baby anywhere without her blessing. I was drunk when he called because I have had a hard time coping, and I admit I lost it a little bit on the phone call and told him it was despicable that he couldn't man up to his wife. And that he should have come to see me on Mother's Day because I am his mother. He ended up hanging up on me. I called the next day and profusely apologized to him. I know it was wrong of me to have said what I did, and I told him I want a relationship with him. He told me he couldn't do this with me anymore. I have been heartbroken ever since, but I understand, I guess. I called him last night and told him that I wouldn't be contacting him or his wife anymore ever. And that I respected that we wouldn't have a relationship. I also let him know I would be taking him off as my power of attorney and out of my will so he never had to be bothered with anything from me again. I don't have much anyways. He got mad at me and called me a sorry excuse of a mother, and now my daughter is saying I'm manipulative. I really don't understand how I was wrong in giving him what he wants. Relevant comments. People figure out pretty quickly that she is the same woman as the other posts. The scenarios, ages, and the way she often spells would with a K as a mistype. That and her overall tone. Comment, you need therapy. I have been in therapy to help deal with this trauma. I've been told that I need to respect his boundaries, so this feels like I am. Why would I want someone who doesn't care about me making medical decisions for me? He's also expressed I'm a hoarder, and I don't have money, so I don't know why he would want to be bothered with stuff in a will. Someone links the DL's post, and asks if she really threatened to commit suicide if she didn't see the baby. No, I said I wanted to kill myself because I felt like I had no one. While I was on a hold for 72 hours and received treatment, I got set up with my therapist to help deal with some of the trauma both from what's happening now and past issues. I had a psychotic break. This is one of the actions I truly regret. Update, after someone posted a link to what I believe is my daughter-in-law's Reddit posts, and I read some of the verbal beatings I did some more reflection. I feel like her perspective of events really helped shift my view. I do want to point out there are several people who told me I was not wrong, and that this younger generation has a poor view of family values. I really believe I was judged so harshly because there are so few grandparents on Reddit. I went to my son and Dale's house, but it was mostly empty. I was afraid of this after reading her post and some of the comments. I found the listing and it's been posted for almost a week, and is currently pending, but I can't find where they moved to, and all the photos are of the house mostly empty. I suspect they bought it under an LLC, so I am currently trying to figure out how to find out the name of the LLC and then find the house. I talked to one of their neighbors and they said they moved most of their stuff out around the beginning of May, so my son kept this from me for quite a while and didn't even bother to mention it at dinner. I had a meeting with my therapist to help me through this, but am still a wreck. My son has just disappeared. I know everyone here is looking through my small posts and my Dill's long gripes about me, but my son wouldn't do this on his own. His wife is absolutely manipulative, but it doesn't change the fact I handled this all wrong and drove him further away. If I would have just sought out a relationship with my son on granddaughters without B, I don't think I would be here. I should have just played nice. One commenter said it when they asked me, do you want to be right or do you want to have a relationship with your son and granddaughter? And I choose wrong. My therapist told me to give myself some healing time before pursuing anything, but for now my plan is to just save some money and hire a private investigator to find my son and then rebuild my relationship and his trust so we can work to get him out from under her. Again, I recognize I was wrong in some of this. I recognize I was overly demanding and critical. I was wrong in some of this. But I didn't deserve this. People who use kids and grandkids as pawns are evil. I will probably continue to seek advice, but it certainly won't be from this account. And to whoever linked my other posts from my other account and told my Dill about this, screw you.